Hello, I'm Bob Bowie from Canterbury Christ Church University. We define a science-religion encounter in the classroom as when something to do with science or technology happens in an RE lesson, or when something to do with religion or ethics comes up in a science lesson. They can be planned by the teacher. So some RE teachers do science v religion debates, for example. In the primary curriculum, many teachers teach evolution to children as well as origins. They can come up unexpectedly when a student asks a question. In a science lesson on evolution, a pupil might mention faith. In a lesson on vaccination, the question of public health and religious minorities might be an issue. Negotiating science-religion encounters can be challenging for teachers. They might not feel confident in the unexpected topic. They might not be sure what's appropriate, and some of these topics are treated as controversial in wider society. They might fear the reaction of parents. It seems possible from evidence we've found that beginning teachers who are trainees or teachers in their first 2 years of qualifying, they might have a clear idea about what is proper learning and good reasoning and what is not. Some RE teachers with a philosophical background suggest logic is a better basis for reasoning than revelation, mysticism, or trust in the sacred. However, those of a more poetic persuasion might think logical and positive proof can only go so far in some territories. Music and poetry, for instance, express mixed, ambiguous feelings, even contradictory ones, such as loss and consolation. So the relationship might not be as quite so straightforward. Students with psychological inclinations or an interest in neuroscience may see the connection between what we believe and how we build what we see in a rather different way from that presumed by a certain kind of philosophy of science. The contradictions in our experience of the human condition can lead us in a different direction in the quest for meaning, different from that which seeks to identify, classify, and sort. This could be the difference between left and right brain activity in neuroscience, something about knowing that might differ according to how our brain works. And philosophically speaking, we might call this a question of hermeneutics or even worldview. What a teacher thinks about knowledge, about epistemology, about what constitutes reasonable reason and unreasonable ways of knowing matters. Yet these seem influenced by personal experience as well as aspects of the discipline of study, maybe even political convictions. The values against which something is evaluated relate to worldview or the thought world that a person might occupy. And the content of a curriculum can be seen as an expression of that thought world or that worldview. So the kind of history we teach, how we approach decolonizing the curriculum, kind of RE that we might teach, and how we make sense of unconscious bias. The Science-Religion Encounters survey is one way of finding out a bit more about the current generation of beginning teachers, those in their training or first 2 years. It's a window into this area, and we need help with recruiting participants, especially in science education, but also religious education and primary education. So please do click the link to the survey at tinyurl.com/NICER survey if you're interested. What we learn might inform how we educate our teachers and respond to their viewpoint diversities, and maybe it'll help how we prepare them for engaging with those diversities within their subject, across their schools and among their pupils.